It is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be building a squad if you had 1 million MT. So let's say my MT count was at 1 million and this squad was empty. And I had no trophy case players, nothing. Just a 1 million MT. What is the best squad that I would build? Well, it's tough because you don't have any of the free takeover cards. You don't have trophy case cards. So it gets pretty tough, and so that's what we're going to be working on today. Now, before I dive any further into that, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. So one thing I've always said, and I've said this from years before, is you want to make sure your point guard position is the best on the court, okay? Because if you don't have a good point guard, if your offense is bad, then you're not going to get the job done. So as I was going through it, I was like, okay, who are some budget point guards? Baron Davis, I mean, not great. Jerry West, absolutely garbage. Damian Lillard's not really budget, and the card is still horrible. And, you know, no other point guards there. Then you got Kyrie Irving, who I'm not a big fan of, okay? And then you just keep going down the list. Dwayne Wade's diamond card, but I don't really like him. And so, you know, the point guard position is pretty weak, to say the least. And so instead of starting off weak, we're going with the heavy hitter. Ja Morant, Pink Diamond. Now, don't look at this one. This one is very expensive because he has an extra Hall of Fame badge. So, don't even look at that one and a diamond shoe. Look at these ones. One just expired for 500K, and just get the one for 500K. 6'3", 80, mid-80s, 3-ball, and, you know, decent defense, good speed, as well as lateral quickness. His release is outstanding. His badges are great. Now, personally, I wouldn't spend this much MT on Ja, but if you have 1 million MT and want to build the best squad possible, Ja Morant's got to be on your squad. It's that simple. Not the shooting guard position. We're going to start balling on a budget. We're going with Diamond Latrell Sprewell. Now, a card that I'm a pretty big fan of. He's still on my no money spent squad as it is. Can pick one up for 38,000 MT. And here's what you're looking at, okay? 6'5", decent player model, 86 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Again, defensively is very solid, very stout. 3 defensive Hall of Famers, good gold badges in there, as well as some good silver and Hall of Famers. He's been on my squad and probably is going to stay for quite some time. At the small forward position, plugging in Franz Wagner. You guys might disagree with this one. I think this card is elite. And I'll say that. I think this card can play at any level. He's 6'9", good 3-ball, good driving dunk, good ball handle, solid defensively. Tell me why Franz Wagner, as well as having a solid release, tell me why this card can't play. Tell me why people are spending literally, look, I'm not saying he's just as good, but tell me why people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on this card, who is obviously better. The Pink Diamond Kawhi is obviously better. I'm not disagreeing with that, but he's not that much better, and I'm telling you guys that honestly. Franz Wagner can hold it down for literally any squad in the game for less than 10,000 MT. We're going to spin up at the power forward position because I think this card is really, really solid, and that is Diamond Carmelo Anthony. Now, why is he so solid? It's because he's a cheeseball, man. His release is nearly impossible to contest, and for 80,000, he's not bad, right? 79,000 right here. He's not bad at all, okay? 93 ball, good driving dunk, solid ball handle. And defensively, he can hold it down enough to play, right? He's not the best defense player in the world, but it's not like you can just go and attack him every possession. He can hold it down decently enough. Carmelo Anthony, my starting power forward for, 79, 80,000 MT. And at the end of center position, again, we're holding it down. So yes, we spent up 500, 600,000 MT on Ja, but the rest of my squad combined is less than 150, at least for my starters. So, you're looking at 650,000 just with my starters. For LaMarcus Aldridge, 6'11", 85, 3-ball, decent standing driving dunk. Defensively, not great, but solid enough to hold it down. He gives you a stretch big to run with Ja Morant. If you got a rim running point guard, boom. Get Ja Morant with a rim running, or with a stretch big. Ja Morant, Derrick Rose with a stretch big, and you're going to have a lot of success. LaMarcus Aldridge, that stretch big, what you're looking for, that can absolutely hoop at the highest level. So yes, we're 650, 700,000 in, and you might be wondering, okay, Ty, the rest of this squad is going to have to be really, really fairly cheap. Where do you go from here? Well, going with another really good point guard, we're going with Diamond Stephen Curry. Now, I just saw one when I was making this list that was a buyout, and there's another one right here that is a buyout. This one has that diamond shoe on him, which might make him a lot better. This one's a defensive diamond shoe, perfect to make him that much better. Solid enough defensively. Offensively is an absolute cheese ball. We know what Steph Curry's about. I use the amethyst Steph on my no money spent, but hey, if you can upgrade to that diamond, he is quite a bit better, especially on that defensive end of the court. Moving on to the shooting guard position, which we are plugging in Diamond RJ Barrett. Now, again, another card. He's decently expensive. There's no questioning that. But I'm a pretty big fan of what RJ Barrett can provide for you guys on the court, especially on the defensive end of the court. Again, at the shooting guard position, you can get some decent offensive players, but two-way players that can attack the rim as well as play defense, they're fairly rare to find for RJ Barrett. 6'6", solid three-ball, good driving dunk, can defend decently. Just a solid overall card. And let's not even talk about the badges. 2 Hall of Famers, including off-ball pest, some very solid badges in there. RJ Barrett, my backup too. Backup shooting guard position, I know I was just talking about him compared to Franz Wagner, but the small forward position's not that deep, and if you can give me a guy that I know is going to give me consistency out there, green shots, play defense, that is what I'm wanting. Kawhi Leonard for 60,000 MT diamond, I'll take him, right? I'm not going to complain, I'll take him. 6'7", 83 3-ball, decent driving dunk, solid ball handler, defensively can hold it down. Yes, I wish the speed on this card was a little bit higher, but he's going to play really, really solid defense. And that's what I personally like out of my small forward position. So in my starters, obviously I got Latrell there, but also Franz Wagner, who, you know, he can guard 1 through 4, maybe even the 5. I mean, he can do it all. Kawhi 1 through 4, one of the best defensive diamonds in the entire game. Another diamond we're plugging in is Chet Holmgren. A card, look, a lot of people are high on him. A lot of people don't like him. I think I'm in the middle on him. I think he's good. He does lack a lot. But for 26,000 MT, you're giving me a center that can be an absolute cheese ball in offense. He's 7 feet tall. He's going to be able to play lanes. Yes, do I wish he had more total badges? Absolutely. There's no question that. Do I wish I could apply badges to him? Absolutely. The card only comes with, what, 21 base badges? Yes, that's a concern. I definitely agree with that. But if you can give me a card on the interior that can kind of make up for that, I'll take it. And that's where DeAndre Jordan comes in. So your guys are seeing a lot of difference with my starters, right? My starters, I have a stretch big with Ja Morant on the bench. I got an inside big with Steph Curry. But that's what you guys need. You need an inside big with Steph Curry because he can cheese around screens, and then if you miss, you might get an offensive rebound. That's what you need. In my starters, I got Ja Morant, who can rim run, right? I need a popper for that, and that's kind of what we've got. So, you know, on my starters, they're spending about 700, 750 maybe MT on my bench unit. We're spending, you know, 250, maybe 300,000 MT. That's really what we're looking at. And with that, guys, you can make a solid 1 mil squad. And honestly, if you take away Ja Morant from this squad, which I'm just going to talk about alternative options. If you don't have a million MT and alternative options, some things you could do is you could plug in a Dyson Daniels type of card. You could plug in, you know, there's some other decent point guards. Sean Livingston type of card. Jaden Ivey's another solid option. Like, there's some solid enough options that can hold it down for you. Now, am I that high on any of those options? Not really. And that's kind of where my where it comes in, which, yes, I agree that Steph Curry, you know, and Ja Morant probably are the better options. Now, Mathurin just got emotes. Shout out to my Nobody Spent Squad series, but he's another guy for that shooting guard position. If you don't want to spend up on RJ Barrett, you can get the amethyst version of Benedict Mathurin and absolutely hoop with him as well. So just because your guy wasn't included in this doesn't mean, you know, those guys can't play. And if you do have like a trophy case point guard, boom, forget Ja Morant. And then you have, you know, 500, 600,000 more MT to work with. It's just hard right now because there's not really that many solid options in the 100 to 200K range. There's just not. Right now, it's the heavy hitters. It's the Pink Diamond Stephs. It's the, Pink Diamond KGs for 500K. It's the, Joel Embiid's for 400K. Those are your heavy hitters. Or D-Wade for 500K. There's no in-between. So it's either heavy hitters or budget ballers. There's no in-betweens right now. And that honestly is what makes this 1 million MT squad builder so tough in my opinion. But that's where I've got right now. If you gave me 1 million MT, that's probably the squad I personally am building. Again, if you've got some of those, trophy-free cards, congrats to you, man. Plug them in your lineup and build around those. Let me know your thoughts on my squad down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.